This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
London-listed Panther Metals is focused on three highly prospective properties in Ontario, Canada, and holds a 23.5% stake in ASX-listed Panther Metals Australia. The company also retains a 20% stake in AIM-listed Fulcrum Metals. Chief Executive Darren Hazelwood joins us today live from PDAC 2024 in Toronto, Canada. Darren, how are you today? You're on top of the world by the looks of it.
almost, Alan. I'll give you a little view of the CN Tower just over my shoulder. CN Tower is actually right next door to the conference centre where PDAC's held annually at the start of March.
Excellent. Well, we'll come on to some questions about the latest developments in a second. But first of all, talking to you earlier, it sounds as though you've had a great show. Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, it's a show where everyone's here to do business, and there's lots of business being done. It's in Canada. I've sort of alluded to over the last couple of years that the response we get in Canada is always it's quite nice and refreshing, but people understand the prospectivity of where we are, what's going on. You know, there's reasons why we've got Glencore next door to us at Dotted Lake. There's reasons why everyone wants to talk to us about Abonga. Obviously, the Manitou gold property with Dryden Gold there, that area's come alive. So we're in all the right postcodes in Canada and in Ontario. And Ontario is one of the greatest jurisdictions for mining in the world. And we're right at the heart of some of the sexiest action in Ontario. You know, we're here. We've had multiple meetings with governments for various reasons, suppliers, but the vast majority is with industry. And no, absolutely delighted. It's one of those things that, from a shareholder's perspective, I guess sometimes I historically would look and wonder if you get value from something like PDAC. But rest assured, shareholders get a huge amount of value out of the few days we're here.
Excellent. Well, Darren, the share price has moved north today on the back of some very good news coming from your subsidiary company, Panther Australia, which announced that the JORC mineral resource estimate for the Coglia project had increased by 30% to 102.8 million tonnes. That's fantastic news, isn't it?
Oh yeah, look, it underpins everything they've done and everything they're doing. It's their very, very competent geological team there, and I think this proves it. They've done all of this work within 2 years of listing, and yeah, I'm encouraged by the comment from their CEO Dan Tuffin that Coglia continues to throw up potential new exploration areas as well. And that's on top of what they've just announced today. They've got, frankly, a ridiculous market cap for what they've just talked about. And yeah, no, it's exciting times. It really is down there. But it's just a shame the market. They've been a little bit unlucky in terms of nickel, what's happened to the nickel market over the last few months. But if that project and that tonnage doesn't underpin a valuation where they are, then I sure as hell don't know what will, Alan.
It'll come good, Darren. It'll come good. But of course, you're there in Canada. Your primary focus is Canada, of course, with Dotted Lake, Manitou, and of course your flagship Abonga project. And of course, there have been some developments there. You announced another permit for the Wishbone project, and of course extended your purchase agreement with your partner there. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah, look, I think the important takeaway from there is that we've extended the agreement for 12 months at zero cost to both sides. We're both happy to do that. We've got a stunning working relationship with Broken Rock and Leanne. Everybody is fully aware internally what our plans are there. Everybody within the business and the likes of Leanne are well aware of the prospectivity of this project, well aware of how far we've taken it to date. In Canada, they're aware of it. In London, not so sure. But look, that's down to us to prove otherwise. But there are, if investors and the market want to take anything away from this announcement, it should be the fact that it's a zero cost extension, and there's a. I feel that there's probably information within that people can take away on a very positive note.
Excellent. Well, back to the show, Darren. You mentioned the meetings that you were having with various government representatives and other potential partners there. Can you further elaborate on what you're hoping to achieve by the end of the show?
So some of this stuff is about relationship building. Some of it is about building on relationships you've already got, and it's been very positive for us, and I think that will become clearer to the market over the coming weeks and months. Maybe as announcements come out, it'd be a good idea for us to link that directly back to PDAC to give people an idea of just what goes on, why you're here, what you're doing. But at this stage, it's obviously a difficult one to nail down any specifics due to the nature of the market.
Understand that. I understand you can only say so much. So you mentioned upcoming announcements there. Can you give investors perhaps a flavour of what they should be looking out for in, say, the next 2 months, running into Q2?
Yeah, I think what investors are crying out for with Panther is what our plans are and how we're going to do that. We know what our plans are. We've known them for some time, and we know exactly how we're going to achieve that. And the market seems a little bit bothered that we don't, which, to be honest with you, I find an insult to my team and to our providers. But hey, this isn't a game. Some people, you can sometimes look at it and think that the market seems like a bit of a game at times. It's not. We're building a business here, and we've got to relay that to the market as and when we're required to. And I'm fully aware, as an ex-investor myself, regarding news flow. But when times go quiet, when a company isn't talking, it seems that people become a little bit obsessed that things aren't going right. Well, actually, that's probably the time when you should be looking and thinking, why is a team that have got experience in the market, why is a team that understands the market, why are they going quiet at this time? Is it because they're doing nothing? Well, actually, it's because when you're building a business, when you're dealing with some of the people that we're dealing with, we have to make sure that they understand that we're very serious in what we're doing. And by feeding the market news just because there hasn't been an announcement for 2 weeks, that isn't what some people want to see, and rightly so. But listen, it will all come out, and we're very, very happy where we're at.
That's good to hear. So Darren, really, it just remains me to say I wish you every success for the remainder of the show, and many thanks for joining us from PDAC live at the show today.
Awesome. Thanks for having us on, Alan. Take care.
Take care.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.